Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person to snap these awesome high-res pictures. Show Ryan some love in the comments below, because without him, this series literally wouldn't be possible. Now, if you're looking to pre-order your very own copy of Hot Toys Space Jedi Jesus Obi-Wan Kenobi, I've popped a link to Pop Collectibles in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. When you're pre-ordering Hot Toys figures from Pop, you can either pay the full amount up front, or leave a deposit and fix up the balance when this guy releases. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down to the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, so you're notified as soon as brand new Star Wars content goes live on the channel. They went and bloody did it. I have been asking for Episode 2 Obi-Wan, for mullet Obi-Wan Kenobi, for years now. For at least 5 years. And it's happened. Is he perfect? He's close. He's very close to being perfect. I was so keen on this look for Ewan as Obi-Wan that I went out, bought another Episode 3 Obi-Wan, used parts of that outfit, copped a Sideshow Obi-Wan, used parts of that outfit, and commissioned a custom head sculpt just to have this look for him represented in the collection. Do I regret doing that? Absolutely not. Am I keen for this? Oh, you bet I am. Now the question is, do you go Sculpted or Artisan? Some people were speculating that they would give us an Episode 3 Artisan Obi-Wan. I never thought that made a ton of sense because his hair is short and combed back. Like, there's really no benefit at all to going Artisan with that look for him, because there's no loose strands hanging about the place to show off that it's rooted hair. The only reason why they would do it is so that collectors could say, well, you know, that's a rooted hair Obi-Wan right there, and he'd have to squint and look really close, and people probably wouldn't even believe you because it would look sculpted. If they're going to give us an Episode 3 Obi-Wan, I reckon it'll be sculpted. But Episode 2 totally makes sense for Artisan. Now, his hands, they're all brand new sculpts. No more sausage fingers, no more chunky fat fingers. They're all properly proportioned, and the detail is spectacular. The skin texture, the wrinkling on the fingers right there in between his pointer finger and his thumb, that baggy looking skin, the painted cuticles, the vein work. Now that they've given us these brand new hand sculpts, I wouldn't be surprised if they are looking for a return on this investment and we start to see more figures coming with this exact array of hands, and I would not be complaining about it. They've even given Obi-Wan some seamless forearms so that you can have him hanging from Zam's little space slug worm droid deployer thingo. I wish we got more seamless forearms because I much prefer them over visible wrist pegs. Either way, at least we get some. Now, he comes with his Episode 1/2 lightsaber hilt, USB powered for the light up and non. That's the light up one. But that hilt on the right there is not his. Well, it kind of sort of is. He used it in the Geonosis Arena battle and also when he fought Count Dooku, but they never mentioned he'd be coming with it in the pre-order listing. Anakin came with his Arena Battle saber, so it makes sense they gave one to Obi-Wan. It's non-light up, it's just compatible with the normal blades, so maybe use it for some figure photography and Photoshop the blade effects. His boots, unfortunately, look like they're made of pleather. I scoured the pre-order listing. No mention of genuine leather, no mention of nylon or any other kind of synthetic. So I have to assume, because this is the precedent they've set, that his boots are pleather. That buckling, wrinkling at the ankles, that is a dead giveaway that these are that cheap, nasty, pleathery material. Look, it ain't a deal breaker for me. I've been after Episode 2 Obi-Wan for long enough. I'm not going to not pick him up because he's got pleather boots and likely a pleather belt. If it bothers you enough to warrant you not purchasing him, I totally understand though. At least now you know about the pleather bits. You can either plan for how you're going to display him to accommodate those parts and pieces, Or, like I said, you could just not get him. Now, the pouches on his belt, the little canisters, that's all sculpted plastic. Even the belt buckle is sculpted plastic. Just the base of it and the straps over the top, they're pleather. I can also spot the CoverTech clip, so you can attach his lightsaber to his belt using a switch out CoverTech wheel just like they usually do. His tabards are wired for the bottom skirt bits, and his robes in general, they're wired around the bottom. But my favorite use for wires in tabards is that right there. How you can have it look like they're spilling over the cummerbund. You can simulate heaviness. You can simulate the fact that in universe they would have some weight to them. In 1/6 scale, they have no weight at all because it's a very lightweight fabric, so you need to rely on the wires to get that done. If I had to hazard a guess, the sleeves are probably wired too. They usually do wired sleeves unless Jedi figures come with swap out clone gauntlet armor thingos and Obi-Wan doesn't, so please, Hot Toys, give us wired sleeves. They absolutely help when posing to once again simulate weight. Now, his outer Jedi cloak looks a little bit light in color to me. No complaints with the fabric. The hood is probably wired, they usually are. The sleeves aren't, but that's par for the course. They wire the hoods, not the sleeves. I just rewatched episode 2, and I distinctly remember Obi-Wan's robe being a darker, richer brown versus this orangey brown. This looks more like an episode 3 Obi-Wan robe to me versus Attack of the Clones. But it's not off enough for me to say, well, the likeness is way off on the robe. Like, it's still obviously a Jedi robe. It will get the job done. It sounds like I'm making excuses, but let's move on to this head sculpt. This is the sculpted hair head, and I love it. It's near perfect. Yes, the strands for the hair hanging down are a bit thick. Putting my tinfoil hat on, I think they did that on purpose. We've seen them do very fine little strands for dangly bits of hair recently, and this ain't it. It doesn't ruin the head sculpt, but it does push me more towards Artisan, and I think that was their intention behind doing it this way, knowing full well that at this point they are masters of tricking us into thinking that 1/6 scale sculpted hair is actually rooted. This looks and feels intentional, but I could be wrong on that. Likeness looks really good to me. That's not a complaint I have. That is Ewan as Jedi mullet Obi-Wan. The hair coming down the side really frames the face nicely. He's got an upper lip this time. Yes, the beard is too three-dimensional. It casts a really harsh shadow on that lip, so you can't really see it in this lighting, but it is there, trust me. And he's got moving eyes. Then a split cut underneath his chin for maximum range of motion, and because of the way the beard has been sculpted, and the hair strands come over it, you can barely even see that split cut under the chin. Now, the Artisan head sculpt. Weirdly enough, they keep doing this as well, not sure why. The head sculpt is pushed all the way down on the translucent neck connector. With their Artisan figures, you can adjust the height of head sculpts for posing or to alter proportions, but they keep pushing it all the way down. It looks like a dude has no neck. But when you get this, you should be able to adjust it to fix that. And if that is the only complaint, he's got a short neck, then yeah, pretty much smooth sailing. The hair looks lighter in color versus sculpted, so that's more accurate. And the way it's been styled with the little bits coming out the side of the mullet, just sitting over his shoulders, that is perfect for Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan. You've got to go Artisan, surely. If you're planning on picking this up, you're a fan of episode 2, I know, not everyone is. I am, one of the few it seems. It's a must-have. Jedi mullet Obi-Wan is iconic. We've seen the memes. People replacing their grandma's pictures of Jesus with Obi-Wan, and she's none the wiser because, yeah, dude just has that vibe, I guess. In 1/6 scale, with rooted hair, this looks incredible. In my opinion. Like, you can even see the earlobe poking out from underneath the hair strands. You just can't do that with sculpted hair. You'll be able to style it. You'll be able to move the hair around. For those more adventurous than me, the risk takers of y'all, you'll be able to wet it, spray some water droplets on Obi-Wan's clothing, and have him battling Jango Fett on Kamino if you build yourself a 1/6 scale landing platform. That's a lot of work, and that's a big risk to take, but it would look pretty sick for some figure photography, I would imagine. This little droid hanging above his base, it's a neat ad. I feel like they felt they were short on accessories, that's why they chucked it in. I won't ever be displaying him with this droid. Instead, he's probably going to be with Anakin and Padme as though they're in the Geonosis arena. Or I'll have him versus Count Dooku with Anakin. Or I'll have him versus Jango Fett, hanging off the poisonous slug deploying droid. It's not iconic enough of a pose for me to warrant displaying my Obi-Wan in it. Now that I've seen the droid, though, I kind of want a Zam. Now that I think about it, the purple outfit would absolutely pop on the shelf, and displaying her next to Django, I don't mind if I do, so please, Hot Toys, make it happen. It's hard to discuss proportions on the Artisan one, so switching back to the Sculpted, no complaints from me. It looks very realistic proportions-wise, and the head sculpt doesn't look too big or too small for the body. At the end of this, I am 100% convinced that Artisan is the way to go, and I think that was Hot Toys' plan all along. Now, I'm going to pre-order mine from Pop Collectibles. I've popped a link to their site in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. When you're pre-ordering your Hot Toys figures from Pop, you can either pay the full amount up front, then you don't have to worry about it, or just leave a deposit and fix up the balance when this guy releases. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down to the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.